YieldMax Group B announced their distributions today, and we're going to go over that. And then we're also going to take a look at Misti and see what it did, because Bitcoin just broke the all-time high. Hello, my friends, this is Legend. So as I stated, we will go over the Group B distributions here, and then we will also talk about Misti and also go ahead and check out Bitcoin, because as I stated, Bitcoin hit an all-time high today, and we'll check that out. But we'll first take a look at the Group B payouts. There are some very nice payouts here, and I think you're just going to get blown away with what PLTY paid out. I know I was. So in Group B, we'll have Babo, DIPS, FBY, GDXY, JPMO, MARO, MRNY, NVDY, PLTY, and then we'll also have the weekly pairs. And in the weekly pairs, we have CHPY, GPTY, LFGY, QDTY, RDTY, SDTY, ULTY, YMAG, and YMAX. So let's just go ahead and jump right over there and check out what we got paid out. All right, so here we are on the distribution sheet, and this is sent out if you are on their mailing list. And to get on their mailing list, you can do that from the website. Go all the way down to the bottom of the sheet of the site and go to Contact Us, fill out that form, and they will start sending you updates of what's coming out and also any distributions that are paid. So this is Group B for May 21st announcements. If you do not already have the shares, then you will not earn this distribution, as it does go X tomorrow on Thursday, and the payout will be on Friday. So let's start off with the weeklies here. And the weeklies, we have CHPY for 39 cents, GPTY with 29 cents, LFGY 49 cents, just hanging tight in that range, ain't it? QDTY 32 cents, RDTY 34 cents, SDTY 27 cents, ULTY with 9 cents, YMAG with 25 cents. Go YMAG! Where did that come from? Well, it has to do with the Magnificent Seven, and a lot of those have just been on a tear lately. YMAX with 18 cents. Very nice. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right on to the ones that pay out every 4 weeks. And we'll start off right here with Babo. And Babo is paying out 99 cents. Very good for Babo. We got DIPS at 35 cents. FBY with 63 cents. GDXY with 37 cents. JPMO with 39 cents. We got MARO with $1.97. Whoa, nice. Very nice for MARO. Now MARO uses the underlying of Mara, and Mara is a Bitcoin miner, so it would make sense of why we're getting a little higher distribution with that one, considering Bitcoin has been on the run. Marnie with 12 cents. NVDY with $1.62. Whoa, man, that is super nice to see another high one for NVDY. It's been a little while since we've had some really nice ones with NVDY, but that's a nice distribution. That's 125%. Love it. Love it. And drum roll for PLTY. We will receive $7.04. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. Goodness. That's 130% distribution rate. $7. Oh, guys, that just blew my mind. That blew my mind. And I think one of you out there in the comments had put around about a $7 distribution. So looks like you nailed it. But wow, that is awesome. That's awesome. So I'm excited. I know you are. That's some nice distributions we got on this round with the Group B. Come next week, we will have Group C. And in Group C, we'll have all of the weekly payers along with ABNY, AMDY, CONY, CVNY, FIAT, HOOY, MSFO, NFLY, and PYPY. Let's keep the excitement going and let's go check out Bitcoin. All right, so here we are on Bitcoin. Check it out. 110K. Oh my goodness. The previous high was around the 109, right? It was 109,455. Well, we just popped that one right there. We just hit 110K. That's 110,833 to be exact for the high. And we're currently sitting at pretty close to right at that 110K currently after hours. And as you can see, we did get that bounce off of that signal line. We do have green momentum now, and we have that RSI turned up. So we'll see. Is Bitcoin getting ready to hit the gas? We will see. We shall see. With Bitcoin on this huge move like this, you do kind of wonder, okay, well, how did Misti do, right? Well, before we get to Misti, let's check out Mr. So as we can see here, Mr. for the day, it did drop. And it actually ended up falling about 3%. And I'm sure some of you out there are watching Bitcoin and Mr. a little bit more closely to know why Mr. actually fell down a little bit when Bitcoin went up. But as you can see, after hours, we are going back up. It is back up to about $409 per share. So I don't know if there was a sell-off on Mr. with Bitcoin being so high. It could have been a sell-off. As you can see, Mr. did get as high as $423. So it got as high as about right here before it just started falling down. It could have been just that. It could have been just a sell-off of Mr. People taking profits with Bitcoin hitting the all-time high. And that just makes sense, right? A lot of people are going to lock in those gains on Mr. and take that profit. So that could have brought it down, but there may have been some news on it. I just haven't heard anything on it as of yet. But since Mr. went down, well, we know that means that Misti also went down. Now, Mr. dropped 3.41%. Okay, so let's see what Misti fell. 2.48%. So we are protected on that downside a little bit because we are selling calls. So we do get a little protection on those falls because the calls that we're selling would actually be lowering in cost to close. So Misti could actually use an opportunity like that and actually go in there and close some of those positions for a win. So that could pull it back some. But with this big pullback right here, I'll tell you what I did. I ended up selling another put. Yes, I did. I sold another Misti put. Now I went down a little bit on the put. I went down to $20 out to June the 20th. All right, so let's just go ahead and slide over to the option chain here, and I'll show you which one I got. So I did the June the 20th. I went to a $20 strike. Okay, so I was going a good bit out of the money. With the current price being $23.20, I went down to $20, and I was actually able to earn about 45 cents for selling that put. So that put $45 into my pocket. So I'll need to update my spreadsheet to account for that. I did try to buy some shares as well. I tried to buy about 10 shares at $22.80. But as you can see, it got as low as $22.85. So I got really close to my limit order of $22.80, but it never got there. So that one ended up just expiring, but that's okay. Maybe I'll get another chance tomorrow. But with this red day, I wanted to try to take a little bit of advantage of it because we were coming down and we were right there about at that midpoint of the Bollinger Band. So that's why I decided when it was coming down and it got close to it, I went ahead and tried to buy some shares. And then I also went ahead and I sold that put at $20. And that $20 strike would put it down here below this Bollinger Band. So it would actually have to come all the way through and go out the bottom of the Bollinger Band before I would get assigned those shares. So I feel like I'm pretty safe on that one. I could have gone up a little bit more, say at $21. But with the market, the way it's been, I'm just playing it a little bit more safe, if that makes sense. But that's just me. That's how I'm playing it. And since I had two other puts, I didn't want to overexpose myself too much into Misti, as that now means I have 3 open puts on Misti. One of them for June the 20th, and the other 2 are for mid-July expiration dates. So anyway, I wanted to show that I did sell a Misti put, got a little extra money for that. I did try to buy some shares, but unfortunately it did not come down and hit my buy price. It was super close, but it didn't get there. But maybe I'll get lucky tomorrow. And with PLTY with a $7 distribution, that means, of course, that this price will deduct about $7 come tomorrow. So this will put it down to about $60. And at $60, that will put us opening around the bottom of that Bollinger Band. And if that's the case, come tomorrow, I might be buying a few shares of PLTY. Because as you can see, we are coming down a little bit. But I'm hoping that with Palantir here, which is the underlying of PLTY, it looks like it has been trying to bounce off of this midpoint of that Bollinger Band for Palantir. So I'm hoping that PLTY can follow suit. But with that distribution coming out, it will put PLTY down to the bottom of that Bollinger Band. And I'm hoping that within a few weeks, it can move right back up and stay right here in this sweet spot around $67. That would be very nice. And that might be a pretty good buy point for myself. So I think I'm going to wrap it up right there. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, just to show your excitement of today's move on Bitcoin. Super excited about that. Super excited about PLTY. And I'm glad Misti gave me an opportunity to sell another put against it. So as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you get into any stock plays. And until next time, Legend out.